Chapter 8, two-way prepositions. Today we are going to look at contractions. Contractions is when you use two words and make one out of it. So the most common contractions in German are, with the two-way prepositions, of course, anders becomes ans. Ich gehe ans Fenster. Motion, I'm moving from some place to another one, right? Then we have an dem with the dative, am. The M denotes the dative. Ich stehe am Fenster. Now we have a location. I'm standing, and where am I standing? At the window, am Fenster. Another contraction is in das, ins, into. Ich gehe ins Haus. I'm going into the house. Motion, right? Motion, that's why it's accusative. The next one is in dem, that contracts to im. Ich wohne im Haus. And here we have a dative because it's a location. We're asking, where am I living? I'm living in the house, so we have a dative. Then there are some, so these contractions are the most commonly used ones. Now, there are some which you should only use in speaking, not when you write a letter or an official letter, for example, or a thesis. You wouldn't use these. These are colloquial spoken German expressions, and they are auf das. Auf das becomes aufs, means onto. So, ich springe aufs Sofa. I'm jumping onto the couch. And since I'm jumping from one place to another one, it is motion. So we have accusative. The next one would be hinter das. It becomes hinter. So you see the preposition just adds an S to it. Ich laufe hinter Sofa. Again, as motion involved, I am running behind the couch. Again, motion, accusative. Über das contracts to übers. Preposition plus S. Ich springe über Sofa. It's not something you should be trying, but as an example, it will work. So I'm jumping across the sofa. Motion. Yeah, you're jumping from one place to another one. And the last one I want to mention is vor das. It becomes vors. Ich laufe vors Haus. I'm running to the front of the house. Again, you're running, you have motion, you're moving from one place to another one. All right, again, contractions. Ans, am. Ans, accusative, am, dative. Ins, accusative, im, dative. And then the colloquial ones, aufs, hinters, übers, vors, they're all accusative because my examples all use the motion. All right. Now, let's see what happens when words we use when you place something to another place. Which words, which verbs are we using, okay? By words I mean verbs. All right, so which verbs do we use when we talk about motion or accusative? The one verb we have been using in our example sentences is stellen, and stellen means to place upright. So to place upright indicates that you are moving something from one place to another place. Ich stelle das Glas auf den Tisch. And it's accusative, because stelle means you're placing it upright on top of something. So you have moved it from another place, motion, and we have accusative. Legen means to place something down. Legen, look at the spelling, L-E-G-E-N, okay, to place something. Ich lege den Mantel auf das Bett. So you're flying or placing the mantel, the coat down on the bed. Legen. You're putting it down. All right, hängen. You are hanging the picture onto the wall. Again, you are involved here. Ich hänge das Bild an die Wand. You're hanging it onto the wall. Onto, okay? Onto. All right. So these were example words, verbs for motion. Stellen, legen, hängen. There are other ones, but these are the most commonly used ones. And this is motion and accusative. Now let's look at some verbs we use when there is no motion involved, when we are just talking about location. Location, Remember, location takes the dative. Okay, and these words are stehen, to be standing. Der Stuhl steht im Zimmer. And here we have to use accusative because we say, where is it standing? Okay, standing, it's standing upright. Stehen, by standing upright. Okay, the next one is liegen. Look at the spelling. This time we spell it L-I-E-G-E-N. And that means to be lying somewhere. Something is lying somewhere. Das Buch liegt auf dem Tisch. And again, liegen takes the dative because there's no motion involved. It's just lying there on the table. And the other one is hängen. Now, hängen here means to be hanging. Nobody's involved in anything, just the picture hanging on the wall. Das Bild hängt an der Wand. It's hanging on the wall. And again, the question is, where is it hanging? So we are talking about location here. Up here we talked about moving, that I am hanging the picture onto the wall. So that was accusative. Down here, hanging has nobody involved. The picture is just hanging there. It's just in a certain location. So again, motion accusative, stellen, legen, hängen. Location dative, stehen, liegen, hängen.